ride with the best I ever had. I ain't even tell a single soul, no, I don't really gotta brag. She aloof, I ain't necessarily even trying to get her in the bag. We get it on, she be gone, quick to move on, as if it's a fact. Keep evading the situation when she could get to know me. She always in a rush, but I really wanna take it slowly. I stay on hold that she know, let me score, she don't play no goalie. And we keep it low key. Don't say nothing. Jumping in and out of my life fast if it ain't nothing. They saying that she wanna hang out, but I know she cold frontin'. And I swear I don't wanna lock her down, I ain't bout no cuffing. Hey, I'm strictly about crushing. Whoa, yeah. She in and out my life like a whirlwind, but I'ma make it so she gotta come back again. I wanna bust down, not a girlfriend, so I'ma rein it in. I'm determined. She can sing, so I record it in the studio. She ain't camera shy, I threw her in my video. But she hit me only when I leave the city, yo. Mommy, when she's so damn pretty though. Stay cool like I ain't tripping about her, but I'm a fool, I be dreaming about her. Satellite, way up in the solar. Do what she want me to, just like controller. She like it rough, I ain't mad at that. Call me Big Pun, I be crushing that. In multiple positions like an acrobat. Big Ojan, I'm a beast in the habitat. Hopping in and out of my life, man, like it ain't nothing. She be saying that she really won't hang, but that I ain't trusting. And I ain't got intention to lock her down, wanna knock her down roughing. Yeah, cause I'm about that crushing. Whoa, it's up in the air. Will I see her again? Come my way, so we can do it again. I wanna do my best, wanna drive her insane, give her an experience to heal her pain. Yeah, no cuffing.
It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the Amp Media Studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free 888-994-4995, Studio A right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
Welcome to Traffic Menace parking lot.
But it's all good now. It's all. I came back and there's plenty of parking spaces. The trucks are well, some of the trucks are gone. It's more open.
Dawn,
just can't come through the door.
Stop. Hold it. Stop. Put the brakes on. All they did were 2 pads and the cement in the front. You make it sound like they haven't done an ounce of blacktopping yet.
But they did the concrete sidewalk. So now we only need a little ramp to go down.
You know what I like about Dawn? Concrete sidewalk is done. But getting to the concrete sidewalk is yet to be done, and they're going to shut us down for a day.
Well, I've not had the last of this conversation yet, so leave it to me.
Wait till they
Swami.
start cutting that thing up tomorrow, and they have to pour those stones in the parking lot.
Oh, Swami. What? Yeah, no. We'll see what happens with that.
I had to put Josh in the greenery. Where did you park?
Over there, it's wide open.
Now everybody ran, because some of the blacktop landed on a car. So everybody in that parking lot left.
Okay. Anyway, happy Tuesday. It's nice to see Freddie's positive spin on life continues even after Thanksgiving.
Yeah, you weren't even here. You left. You didn't see the cement footprint. You didn't see the cement in the place.
I'm not quite sure how that happened.
You didn't see the cement. My car is white.
I'm not quite sure how that happened, that she opened the door and stepped in it. But I was wondering if while it's wet, we could sign our names.
Yeah, go ahead, go
Or
do
put
that.
a handprint,
Go ahead.
like Dawn was here,
Go ahead,
the
do
Brooklyn
that.
Cafe, and a coffee.
Freaking little Dan would be all over you.
Andy would not be happy with me. But wouldn't that be cool? Haven't you ever done that? In
Yeah.
our old house, they redid the sidewalk when the kids were little, and they said, do not write or do anything on the sidewalk. And I was like, okay. And then they left. And I put my initials, and I put the kids' initials and a little heart, and then you put a little stone in there. So it's like you leave your mark in the sidewalk. See? Ojan likes that idea. Did you not think of that? Did you not think of that? You did
Sure,
think of
go
it?
tell Dan.
Andy?
Okay, I dare you. I double dare you.
How cool would it be, though? Just like a handprint. We could have our own, like, Grauman's Chinese Theater right in front of the Brooklyn Cafe show.
Well, cement is too heavy. I told you we can get a small canvas, have them put their feet in their hands with their name, and then you can hang it in the studio wherever you want.
We could put it outside. Things to do.
Yeah,
Oh,
ain't
we should
putting
put
no
that on
cement
our Christmas
outside.
wish list.
No.
Why? And then people walk in and they think you like.
No.
What would you
Where are
like?
you going to put it?
If you were like my grandfather, would you let me do it?
No. Not even if I was your grandmother. Would I let you do it? No.
I can't imagine you saying no to your granddaughter.
What did you do? You went to the dentist and they gave you some nitric
They actually
oxide or
gave me
something?
nothing. I don't even know, but
They gave you some
anyway.
laughing gas?
Hopefully, I'm going to be good to get
You
this
got
tooth
gas?
fixed
They
finally
give you-
after
they give you-
13 weeks.
they give
No,
you gas?
nothing. 13 weeks.
You
but
didn't leave like this. You came back like this.
I came back because I came back and I looked around, and for whatever reason, the lights aren't bright. It's kind of cool outside.
That's
We got
'cause-
new people. They've got pictures all around the studio, and
That's because you gave Josh new lights and he's experimenting.
I know. Because I've got a pink light next to me. Oh, that's nice.
That's actually for the bugs. The zapper.
Zapper.
Remember?
Anyway, you want to introduce the music that we had on that opened the show? Ojan.
Ojan, what do you want me to say? I just met Ojan on the phone, courtesy of Russell, Nights in the Light Russell. And he says he wants to come on. I says,
Lights
"What
in the
interview?"
Night.
Isn't that the name of Russell's show?
Lights in the Night, yeah.
What did I say?
Nights in the Light.
Whatever.
Lights in
Night,
the-
light, night.
Lights in the Night.
You know what I mean?
I think Russell Johnson likes to hang out at Whole Foods because he met Ojan at Whole Foods, and then he met another gentleman that was here yesterday at Whole Foods. Maybe we should go hang out with Russ at Whole Foods.
When they do the parking lot, we're going to go hang out at Whole
We
Foods.
should totally do that. Let's set up a studio at Whole Foods
That's what we need to do.
and see what's happening with that.
So he is an artist by trade. And he was telling me a little bit about his history. And that's one cut. We have 3 cuts. We're going to play all 3 cuts. And I said, come on down. Let's talk a little bit about his music career. He's here on a call-in, doing some work for some people. But I want to get into the band and a little bit about his music. Because he's been playing since he's been 4.
Wow.
He's
Just
about
a few
14
minutes.
now.
I was going to say,
but-
he's not much older now, but okay. He's probably about the age of our crew.
and he played the clarinet.
Really?
Yeah, remember the purple and white?
That's
Is that what you had, the purple
That was
and white?
black
that
and
was-
silver. What do you
Yeah,
mean
the
purple and
clarinet.
white?
You're thinking
I had purple and white.
No, it wasn't a clarinet.
What
that
was
was
it?
oh my gosh, what were those things
flute.
called? Like a kazoo, but it's not a recorder.
I'm sorry?
A recorder is
It
what
was
it was
never
called.
called a recorder in the Bronx.
Weren't they called recorders? You would get them, everyone in elementary school music, and that was before COVID when everyone would share instruments, right? Imagine blowing on it and then, oh, Freddie, you try it, and then and then they go in a
I
big
never
basket.
shared an instrument.
You had
Right.
your own instruments?
No.
You don't do
No.
that. You crazy? You
We're
kidding
all
me?
going. Maybe I'm older. Well, now you're older than my grandfather, but back in the day.
You share your grandfather's instruments? You
No,
went to his
but they
recorder?
had the recorders, and we'd all come out in a big band and music class. They didn't get.
Clean it up. Clean it up.
I'm not even going there with you.
The recorder, is that what it's called?
Yes.
It didn't record nothing on my end.
I don't know
I
why
was
it's called a
horrible at it.
recorder. I hope no one's trying to get in the front door.
They're probably stomping all over the...
There should be cones out there that says "Do not walk." I don't know if you, our viewers, saw a wet slab of cement. Would you try to walk through it, or not, and come in the front door? Just wondering. Food for thought. Things that make you scratch your head and go,
I'm not going, I think they're going to have... You remember that old saying?
They're gonna seal us in here.
No, the wet sneakers, the wet shoes, wet slippers.
That
cement.
happened. We once went, oh my gosh, up to North Carolina, and we went mining. And in the mine, there was all this mud, and Aaron stepped in the mud, and he came out without a shoe because his shoe got stuck, like in the cement, in the mud.
Did you go get it? The cement in the mud. Which is it?
Yes. Well, it was this red clay. Ever been to North Carolina where
Oh,
they got
yeah.
the red clay?
Everything's red.
And then went Aaron's shoe into this red clay. Now, you know, I only had 2 children.
Do you know that red clay is what they use in Major League Baseball to rough up the baseballs?
Really?
It's very expensive, that red clay, but they use it up there for houses and bricks and everything else.
You know what I want to ask you and Josh? The turf, the field where Aaron
Meadowlands?
Rodgers blew out his
The
Achilles.
Meadowlands, yeah, they should condemn it.
And then the Dolphin player blew out his Achilles.
Oh, so now it's an important issue because the Dolphin player blew
Well,
out
no,
his
to
Achilles.
me it seems like maybe it's the field.
It is.
Yeah, but the other way you're wasting a lot of water.
Because it's turf versus grass?
Yeah, they're trying to make it organic where it's 50-50.
Is that like they had up, where was it, in Germany? It was the same 50-50? Yeah, it's a problem though. It's people
They're
getting hurt,
going to
no?
have to go to something else because this doesn't work. Too many people get hurt on that field. What happens is that your cleats get caught on the back of your shoe, not the front of your shoe. That's how complicated this has gotten. And that's what's snapping the Achilles, like a twig.
It's bad.
It ain't bad. It happened to that Miami Dolphin. I wish all the Dolphin players would have had Achilles pops.
That's not nice. I need the buzzer for you on that. But I was
Why?
thinking
Yeah,
it's
I'll
got
give
to
you a
be like,
bell.
it's got to be like the field. I'm still laughing because you must have taken the tag off of this and left the plastic.
I never take the tags off.
I see that. Why?
That had to be, because back in the day, you barely got anything new.
That's why I know that this was a Freddie thing, because the paper came off, but the plastic tag is still on here.
So why don't you tell the world?
But I'm wondering why you don't
My
take
God,
tags
if
off.
I had a hole in my sock, would you tell the whole
I'm
world?
going to get
Here,
you those new socks.
here,
I think they're
Give
going
me.
to
Give me.
condemn our show with that on
here.
there.
Give me your finger. Put your finger there. Here. All right. Here. Here. Well, she tells the world everything.
But no, I just figured it had to be. Is that why? Because you didn't get new things and you keep the tags
That's
on?
right.
Is
That's
that
right.
true?
Like the jersey, sneakers, hats. You ever keep the tag on your hat?
I literally just took my sticker off this hat.
See?
It's in my pocket right now.
See?
I was going to say, are you supposed to take those stickers off or leave
Not at
them
all.
on?
That
You
way
leave them
people
on?
know. Listen, I left the one for the Brooklyn Cafe, the black one, that it just
What happened to
melted.
that hat, by
it
the way?
melted. 2 years.
You got a new one, though. You got a white one.
Yeah, but that one don't have a tag, so everybody knows it wasn't mine.
Is that what happened?
Only with tags. I had a Jet jersey, and they're laughing at me because I had a tag, and they said, Josh is laughing. I said, what are you laughing at?
Because I don't know how you wash them with tags.
Who said I wash it?
That's what I'm asking.
I don't wash it. I ain't gonna wash my jersey. I got a string going right now of not winning. I'm consistent at something.
Well, I got a cleaner that'll wash it for you.
No, I ain't going to get cleaner because they call in the middle of the show.
They called me yesterday.
what kind of
What is
syrup
on
is
your
on this?
dress? And I said syrup. And they said, well, what do you want us to do? We have to wet clean it other than dry clean it. I
That's
said,
a little personal, don't
I
you
said,
think?
okay. I can't wear it the way it is, so try wet cleaning. I don't know what else to tell you.
It's a little personal.
Silk, though. What? How?
I don't want to tell you what that is. Don't ask me. Just clean it.
No, that's not. It's not that kind of dress. It was.
That's
it's just
not the-
God saying no
again-
more pancakes and syrup for you, Dawn.
Clean it up. I didn't say that. I'm saying that's a little personal. Maybe I didn't want people to know on the air that,
That I
you
ate
had
syrup and
syrup on your
pancakes?
pancake. Yeah.
I won't be having syrup in my pancake. I'll just see what happens with my dress. You got that, Zari? All right. should
Why
we
don't
take-
you just dip the whole dress into syrup and then you won't see the stain?
I thought then it's all like stuck together.
What's going to stay? No, it'll be a giant syrup dress.
Let's take a commercial
And
break.
then you go
When
to
we
the
come back,
park and
we've
you
got
have
some-
every ant in the world come after you.
We'll have some more music by Ojan. We're going to meet the musician himself on the other side of this break. More to come. We'll be right back.
Do you have an idea for a show or a podcast? Do you want the opportunity to be on TV? Ant Media Productions is partnered with True Oldies Real Radio Station and powered by many online platforms such as Roku, Facebook, YouTube, and even Amazon Fire to help amplify your impact. Do you want your voice to reach a wide audience? Call us today at 866-224-5422.
AMP2 Media Productions, in collaboration with True Oldies Radio and Comcast TV, bring you the opportunity to spotlight your business on Monday Night Football on ESPN. By targeting your preferred Comcast region, your commercial will be spotlighted during NFL and NCAA football season, reaching over 1 million viewers. Let AMP help you amplify your impact in the community. Contact us at 866-224-5422 to create your own commercial today.
Le Sorel Restaurant, home of the authentic Italian tradition, offers a large menu that consists of seafood, steak, homemade pasta, brick oven pizza, and homemade desserts including a wide wine selection. We also have the best bar in Boca Raton with delicious cocktails, homemade limoncello, cappuccino, Italian espresso, brandy, and other specialties. Open every day with a lunch and dinner menu. For more information or to make a reservation, contact lesorelrestaurant.com or call 561-235-5301.
South Florida's Good Time Oldies. Now, Boca and Delray Beach have their own oldie station. Catch us on 95.3 FM. It's the greatest rock and roll hits of the 60s and 70s. On South Florida's Good Time Oldies, 95.3 FM.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Desert Society. Ojan, yeah. Kralo. Polanco. I gotta know now. I wanna know now. I gotta know now, yeah. So tell me why you gonna stay with him when you should be right here with me. Like a prisoner that must be free. Free like the open sea. We should be together far as I can see. To your heart, baby, I got the key. I will love you way better than he. Want you to know it, girl, I guarantee.
Yo puedo darte lo que te mereces. Estando conmigo será diferente. Baby, si estaban contigo no luce, no luce. Si quieres algo que te olvide de, pues solo probarme. Cuando quieras, donde quiera, yo puedo buscarte. Por ti me lanzo ese lío, baby. Dile ese bobo que tu cuerpo es mío.
What you doing with this lame guy? He a fake guy. I'm a real money maker. Big champion smoking Joe Frazier. I am major, big city mayor. Please wake up, make no mistake. Cut ties with that dude, that breaker. If he don't treat you right, I'ma take you. Nap on my shoulder, wake up in Jamaica. So tell me why you gonna stay with him when you should be right here with me. Like a prisoner that must be free. Free like the open sea. You the ground I walk in, the air I breathe. I want you to be my lady. I could love you way better than he. Don't have no doubts, girl, I guarantee. Nos divertiríamos tanto, por ti yo canto. Oye mi llanto, no soy santo, pero mi letra es genuina. Estoy motivado, esto me define. Te protegeré con mi vida. Jamás alguien pasará por mi espada. Inspiro con su mirada, seré su almohada cuando estás cansada.
Estoy despierto y no dejo de soñar. Tú y yo tirados en la arena frente al mar. Unos 3 mojitos y nos vamos a bailar. Que tus ojos son las estrellas de mi galaxia.
So why the hell you gonna stay with him when you should be here with me? Like a prisoner that must be free. Free like the ocean breeze. That man toxic, he not healthy. You should be rolling with a G. I can love you way better than he. Want you to know it, girl, I guarantee. Want you to know it, girl, I guarantee. Want you to know it, girl, I guarantee. Hijos del desierto, Arizona, Hermosillo, Sonora. Hey. Hermanos Cabrera Ruiz, the first of many. Fierro.
They give you. And we're back. That's an interesting beat there, reggaeton, with a little twist to it.
Ojan, we're going to talk to him. He's going to explain. But before we do that, I just have to say, I'm looking over the history of our Facebook page. Do you know it was created in February of 2016? It was originally Two Boys from Brooklyn. It then evolved. Oh, not much longer. Apparently you and your former partner decided to name it Two Boys from Brooklyn and the Broads about a week later. Yeah. Not even. And then we changed it not even a year later to the Brooklyn Cafe with Dawn and Freddie S. Wow. You know what happens when a woman comes between two guys?
I got to tell you something.
The Brooklyn Cafe with Dawn and Freddie S.
Today is put Freddie's laundry out in the street.
No, look at that. And then we changed to the cafe and then the
well,
Brooklyn
we
Cafe
changed
TV.
it to Two Boys in Brooklyn, and then Les and I were looking for the Broad.
Yes.
And we went to 11 of those, and then you came along. And then Les and his wife got very sick.
I know.
Very sick. So he was off the show, and you came about. And then iHeart, we were at the iHeart station at that time from 12 to 1 for 2.5 years, I think, right?
Yep, 2016. We changed the name to the Brooklyn Cafe with Dawn and Freddie S. December 28th of 2016.
That's because on that day, they called us into the office and said, well, you have to change your name because it's no longer Two Boys from Brooklyn and Abroad.
Right.
So the guy was eating a sandwich in front of us. He had his lunch. He had a tuna sandwich in front of us. And she's sitting there, and I go, do you want to call it the Brooklyn Cafe? I have no idea of why we chose that name.
You know why? Because that banner that's on the table says the Brooklyn Cafe.
It was afterwards I made that banner.
That was it. But think about that. We're going on 7 years. December 28th will be 7 years since we changed the name.
It's a good name. It's a good name.
We kind of took over the whole evolution of.
I get somebody
You have the
ordering
7-year itch?
a pastrami sandwich every day. Well, you're a cafe. Can you deliver?
I got to change that on Facebook. Unless I'm a little slow on the uptake. 7 years before I change.
No, I tell them, yeah, stand by the door. It's coming.
Isn't that funny, though? It said Internet Cafe for 7 years, and I never thought of changing it until Ojan shows up.
Ojan influenced you.
See that?
He said he did that reggaeton.
It's got to be the music, so let's talk to Ojan, because he thinks we're just crazy over here.
Oh, this is nothing. It gets worse.
I'm entertained thoroughly.
Well, welcome to the studio.
Thank you, Dawn.
I love your music, and I love the second one, especially because you sort of changed it all up.
Yeah.
What's your whole, I guess, niche of music? You do a little of everything?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people I run into, they like everything, all kinds of music. So, but at the same time, you want to kind of have a niche, especially when you're, trying to build a base. So I would say reggae is my biggest influence, but, I love Latin and reggaeton. So that's kind of like also going to be a thing that, type of music that I'm continuously putting out. And hip hop is there as well. But that reggaeton song came about with two of my friends from Mexico. We have an alliance of artists. It's called Sociedad del Desierto. And we're coming out of the Arizona Sonora region, and we feel like we have something unique. So we just help promote each other. So the other two artists featured on that song were Polanco and Kralo. Kralo is more like reggaeton. Polanco is more like folk kind of vibes, indie kind of vibes. And they're all in Spanish, and my music's mostly in English. But I like to dip into that field as well. So
Associates of the Desert.
Sociedad del Desierto, Desert Society.
A society, yeah. I got to tell you, I am really, really impressed with his speaking the language. because he speaks it very clearly. He's an educated young man.
And you're
because I
not
could
from
tell.
Miami, so people who grew up in Miami speak Spanish very well, even if they're not of Hispanic
But they
culture.
kill it. They kill it. So matadores. The words they create is ridiculous. But he's intelligent. You can tell that he has a sense of intelligence of where he wants to go. And your music is reflective. You also do rap music.
Yeah, I'm kind of going
Reggaeton?
away from rap, but I started off just rapping, and I kind of grew into this more melodic kind of style, and then just started sounding more I don't want to say advanced, but I just always wanted to expand outside of rap and be more musical and melodic and add live instruments and tour with a band. Rap is amazing. It has its place, but it doesn't really go with a band. It's kind of just like the artist and a DJ. And I always just felt like a band just brings a really a more, just something different, a better feel, a more vibrant, like kind of musical feeling. So
How'd you get into the whole music industry?
well, it's just what like any other kid, you create, and you have an impulse to create as an artist, and you start writing lyrics and melodies, and everything's available to us on the computer now, with obviously Logic and Pro Tools and Cubase, all these tools, right? And so you can do so much if you just learn it, and you have access to all these different instruments, and they sound so real, and you can put together some compositions, and then you just want to get it out there. And how do I get this out there, right? You need content, so you focus on putting good content out there, videos. All these songs that we've been playing, they all have videos on YouTube. I would hope y'all would check it out. No Cuffin' Here With Me, Rolling Rock Stars, my latest video. So you got to have the videos, you got to have the production. It's got to sound good. It's got to sound great before you can really delve into the industry, so to speak. You got to have the product, the content, right?
You should try and download some of the videos.
Well, we could do that as well. I just wanted to give him a chance to give us the music to display. Now, I'm intrigued. What did you study in college?
I have a degree in marketing, actually. Yeah.
That makes a whole lot of sense. Have you ever written a book?
I have not, but I recently got a story published through Canvas Rebel. It's an online publication, and if y'all want to check that out as well, it's just kind of a little bit about me and my story.
Because you sent me that.
Yeah, I'm glad you checked it out. I wasn't sure if you did, but I did.
Give us a little bit of
that.
background on you. You say you're from Maryland, went to school in Arizona, but there's a whole lot of life between Maryland and Arizona.
Yeah, there is. So, yeah, well, I was born and raised in Maryland by two Iranian parents. My stepdad, who raised me, is American. And, just kind of a rough childhood, I mean, I don't know how much deep we want to get into it, but a lot of people had rough, childhoods with, fathers not around or whatever. And then school, conflicts, you get into school. And then I got expelled out of school and sent away to a boarding school, and music was always there, though. It was always there, like enriching the journey, making it exciting. And a lot of times when I listen to songs now, it just takes me back to my childhood and different experiences I had. And wasn't that bad when the music takes you back there. It was good, because the music just makes everything nice, and then I went to college in Tucson, Arizona, and studied business. And just kind of stayed there after I graduated. I just kind of like the independence, my whole family being in Maryland, and just I'm an Aries, and I know that Mr. Santori, and yourself, we're all Aries. He's on the cusp of Pisces and Aries. You're Aries, right? Yeah, so we're independent, and so I'm comfortable being out there in the desert. I just like
When's
the desert.
Your birthday?
March 27th, 3 days after yours.
Yeah, I guess you've had a whole conversation.
Oh, yeah, we talked a lot about that. Well, he's a very intriguing individual.
Independent in the desert, that's me.
You just in the desert. It's a whole different conversation. But I'm intrigued because he speaks Spanish really well. He speaks English really well. To me, he sounds like a journalist major. Somebody, but I guess you have to be, because what is that linguistic? What is that term the kids use when you're good with the words? In rap, you have to be good with words, right?
Yeah. Any songwriting, really.
But you do it in English and in Spanish, which is different.
My writing in Spanish isn't that great, to be honest. I mean, if you listen to my lyrics in Spanish, they're not as deep. I mean, any regular person wouldn't tell. I guess as an artist, I'm being super critical, but, it's not as deep, because your native language, like even Persian, right? I speak Persian, but I can never write lyrics in Persian.
Can you sing
know
in
what I
that
mean?
language?
Yeah, I can sing in that language. Yeah.
So that matters.
And I actually sang a line in my last single, Rolling Rockstar, in Persian. It goes, Mesle almas midarakhshad. That means it shines like a diamond.
So you speak 3 languages.
Yeah, I speak 3 languages, and I'm trying to include them more and more in the music, you
And
know.
what brings you back to Florida, or brings you to Florida?
So just work, just a job, you know, making money. There's a good opportunity to circulate this petition. And
So you came here for the petition,
yeah, I came here with the petitions.
and people are paying you to do this?
Oh yeah.
I thought this was just like a labor of love. And
Oh, no, they pay him. This is
whole
a
thing.
job.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, I guess with just the volunteers, they can't get enough signatures to get the petition through. You know, volunteers just, I don't know, I'm a natural salesman, you know, so I'm just able to gather signatures really fast. And, you know, the volunteers, they try to get as many as they can, and then once there's a deadline coming up and they need 500,000 more signatures, you know, they bring people from all around the country to get them fast and get that petition through, get that amendment on the ballot, so then, you know, y'all
And
can
you're
vote on
allowed
it.
to go to these grocery stores where you are, and they do the petition?
I mean,
I
I
guess
think what
you
you gotta do, you
figure
know,
until
what I
they
mean?
tell
As long as
you
you get
you
a
don't go,
signature.
I guess.
Don't ever rob a bank with Dawn, because
Well, I
she'll
just
tell
said
the
where he
cops,
went.
are we allowed to rob this bank
But
today?
well, listen, our crew went to the mall and they got kicked out.
Yes, because I told you not to send them with colors. You got to go in there incognito.
I don't know. He's got a whole clipboard and some of that.
You don't know what he got. You never seen him work. Maybe
That
he
is
just,
true.
come here, how you doing? Come here, let me talk to you over here. Come on.
It's a
now.
whole-
Right,
Now-
right,
now
right,
they're
right,
all
right.
You know, Christmas trees, how do you, change the price.
No, but
Guilty.
I like how we're keeping it real in this interview, because every other interview I've done, they're like, oh, you know, act like you're this big artist and this. But no, I'm just, you know, working like everybody else, making money and then investing that money into the music and trying to build.
Listen, we've built this studio on taking the money, investing it back in the business, and investing it back. And new lights, because it's Black Friday. It's what it takes to do what we got to do to keep going. You're probably about, you're probably maybe a little older, I don't know. But you got to start someplace, right?
100%.
And
You
you
gotta-
do your own marketing?
You got to invest in yourself. And then he does his own marketing. But you know, I'm surprised, I didn't even ask, what do you do for a living when you're not doing this particular job?
Well, I've had various sales positions. I was selling printers for a while. I've done interpreting in Spanish and Persian, medical interpreting. I've done a lot of gigs,
That's
you know.
cool.
What
What do you want to do?
it takes. I mean,
He don't know yet.
What's
He's
that?
taking the road to find that out.
what y'all talking about? It's gonna be the music for sure.
Well, the music is
you know,
always
we're-
gonna
we're
be
getting
there.
we're getting closer. We're getting very close to touring
Talk about your
nationwide.
band.
You know, with the band, and you know, we're gonna make this happen. Once the music gets to a certain point where it's just the level of quality and production and uniqueness, and it, you know, it's just bound to hit. So
What's the name of the band?
you know, it's just me. I'm a solo artist, you know, but I got a band and they play for me. And they, you know,
How large? How many pieces?
it's well, it depends. You could do 4, you could do 5. We've been playing with drums, lead guitar, bass guitar, keys. Those are the fundamentals, right? And then you could also throw a sax in there. You could throw some horns in there.
And they're all based in Arizona?
They are, and that's why, you know, you focus on the local first. You know, we headlined at Club Congress this past summer. Club Congress is a very reputable venue, and to headline there it means something in Arizona. And you know, we're just looking to get more gigs, and obviously I need the money, right? That's why I'm out here making the money, so I can go back and, you know, invest that in the band and in the content. We're gonna do a live session. We're gonna do 3 songs live. We're gonna film it somewhere beautiful in Arizona, and we're gonna put that out. But yeah, I'm just really excited about.
How long are you here for?
As long as this petition is running, so
He's
it should
just
be like.
fluid. You just go with whatever
Might be a month,
it
it
is.
might be 2 months, it
You
might
got
be 2 weeks.
you got to flow. You know, you got to go with the flow. I feel like that's the key in life, and that's what I've been doing, and it's been working for me. You know,
So you're an Aries and you go with the flow?
you know, it's been just, you know, just more recently in life in the last couple of years that I really started trying to do that, and I'm gonna stick with it. You know, because you make a really good point, because we happen to, like, Aries, we're just like the fire's like on and off. It's
Like,
fire, you know, it's not
Gotta
water.
control the situation, right?
Right, we try to control it too much, you know what I mean? So I've been trying to just fall back and, like, you know, yeah, like, just whatever life, you know, just try not to take command and control all the time, because that's what we kind of want to do. you know, if I'm with someone else, then let them decide what to do and go with that and see how that works. Because, you know, Aries, we're always trying to lead.
Control freaks. Smother the flame is Dawn's handle.
It's just natural though. It's not even like control freak. It's just like a natural impulse, you know. And I mean, in life you have, you know, leaders
See,
and you
to
have
you
followers.
it's a natural impulse. To the rest of us, that are getting smothered. No, but I was thinking, I would like the aspect of using the Latin beat, your reggaeton and things of that nature, sending them to Crazy Uncle Mike's, sending them to Blue, sending them to different places, because he can hold his own. The object of the game here is that the Latin beat works down here in Florida, and you're able to shift back and forth. And I think that you can get some gigs here in Florida with that whole thing, because they love the Latin beat down here, especially north of Miami. See, Miami, everything is reggaeton, everything is Latin. But when you go to West Palm and you start going north, that beat begins to disappear.
I love that. I love that idea. And the reggae too, you know, Bob Marley, that's my biggest influence of all time. And so you have the Jamaican culture here as well. And so exactly what you just said, I feel like it's a cool little environment to, you know, try to get out there more.
And Crazy Uncle Mike does Latin nights on Tuesday. I think we're going to send him over there.
But I have to ask, how does a kid growing up in Maryland with two parents that are from Iran,
Iran.
Yeah, and going to Arizona, making music, reggaeton, what was the evolution of all of that?
So that's a good question. So I was raised by my American stepfather, right? And he was very eclectic in his taste in the music he would play. You know, he played Celia Cruz, and he played Buena Vista Social Club growing up, and he played, you know, all different kinds of music, like the Police. He played the Police, and just a lot of no, he's well, actually his grandfather is from Belize, but if you looked at him, you know, he looks like a regular American white guy. Yeah, like
American white guy. No, I'm the irregular white guy.
Regular American white guy.
My brother used to say,
I'm not saying you look like that. She said that.
I know, she always says that. My brother used to say that. He used to say, you're the irregular white guy, because he was Latino-based looking. And Mimi is too. Mimi and me look a little bit alike.
Yeah.
A little bit. So I was the irregular white guy.
So I also wanted to say that Stephen Marley and Damian Marley's musicians are playing on my last couple of singles, Justice and Rolling Rockstar.
Wow.
Lead guitarist Renoy Gordon, drummer Squidly Cole, background
How'd you
vocalist.
meet them? That's amazing.
Just, you know, over the years, just networking, really. You know, just networking. Yeah, so going back to, you know, the music, how I got into reggae and reggaeton and everything. Well, not so much reggaeton, but reggae, right? Because that's my main influence. But there was this Persian dude, this Iranian guy that lived in my neighborhood, and he would always drive by. I was like 13, 14 in his Toyota Celica and blasting reggae, right? And I just really looked up to him. He was 6 years older than me, and I just always and then his cousin and I both went to the same high school, freshman year of high school, right? And we were different middle schools, right? And then we went to they like merged, you know, the two middle schools go to the same high school. And then, you know, through him, I started hanging out with Murad, who was the reggae maniac, you know. And so that's how I got into Bob Marley and reggae. I looked up to him so much, and the Bob Marley was just captivating for me. The Steel Pulse, the Burning Spear, like these artists to me, just, you know, I'm 14 years old and I'm just like so deeply touched. And I'm still so deeply touched. You know, I can't say enough about reggae and how much it's influenced me. So I just want the music to continue going in that direction, and just really, really excited about it. Reggae, what can I say? It's very deep. It's like it has deep messages, like social justice messages, and, you know, more than just fun and dance, and you know, that's great too. That has its place, but I like to speak about, you know, social justice issues, what's going on in the world, you know, and this reggae is very much that, you know. It's like Ziggy Marley says, it's like the Bible of music, you know. So it's
you know,
like,
what's cool about their generation is they can take what's going on in the world and express it through the arts, through music, through video, through Josh does his graphic design, he does it through music. It actually gives you a platform to express it instead of just the written word, which is fine. but a lot of times people don't want to just read the news or hear somebody's opinion. But then you get to, it may be the same opinion, but when you put music behind it, or you put a graphic or a commercial behind it, people understand really how you feel about it instead of just saying, I like or I don't like.
Yeah, but you got to be careful. It's a double-edged sword.
Sure.
If you saw the news this morning, they're going after a rapper, and they're calling him a thug because of the lyrics on his rap music. And they're trying to put him in jail for 22 years.
Because of his lyrics.
Which is craziness. It's
crazy.
craziness. Now, reggaeton, back in the day, something Yankee, what was his name?
Daddy Yankee?
Daddy Yankee was one of the first ones that came out with reggaeton. And he was in the DR. I was in Puerto Rico with Carlos Mendez. My goodness, this is 34, 35 years ago. And he came out with his hit. And everybody says, what the hell is that? And it was reggaeton. And he had that whole thing going on. And he was talking about environments and justice, injustice, and everything else in the song. And I'll never forget the first time I heard reggaeton was in Puerto Rico, because I was there. We went to visit on the union meeting. Then I go and I talk to my nephew, Frankie comes down here, and that's all he plays. And this is 37 years later.
Oh, wow.
This is all he plays. And reggaeton had his place. But we talked a little bit about this when the Latin beat in the 80s happened. And music, salsa music, was making a super push. Everything was happening in that style with all of these different artists. And they blew it. They put the sugar
Why
up
do you
their
think?
nose. That's why. The drugs took over the market and destroyed. If you look at the movie 54, watch what's going on back in the day and what happened to all of that. And that whole thing, that landscape died. And now you have Mark Anthony, you have J-Lo, you have a couple of Latins that are doing really, really well. But they talk about love and breakups and things of that nature more than anything else. But back in the day, what he's talking about with Bob Marley, that was huge back in the day. And I was never a fan of that music until Woodstock came out. And in Woodstock, you had that whole anti-stuff going on in there as well. They talked about Nam, and they talked about different things. It's a whole different style of music.
But if you look at what Ojan is doing, even just your job here, that shall remain nameless, it's about social justice, social action, right? It's about what your passion.
Totally. It totally lined up, you know, so I'm just going with the flow. And I believe in it. I haven't had to push a petition. I've been doing this for almost a year now. I haven't had to push a petition that I don't disagree with any of them.
So you've been here for a year?
No, different places in Arizona.
Wow.
Yeah.
This been the most challenging state for you?
It's been cool, man. It's been nice. I've been enjoying. I've been working hard, but at the same time, like
I love it here.
Yeah, I love.
But what about the
people.
calling? Has it been harder here to push, to get signatures and all that? Was easy?
No, it was very hard starting out. I'm actually glad you asked because I forgot. Because now it's gotten easy the last couple weeks because I figured it out. But the first few weeks was very difficult and frustrating because I didn't know really where to go, and you know the people that sent me out from Arizona, they don't really understand the Florida landscape, so they didn't really have any good advice for me. So I hooked up with some people here in Florida that knew where I should go in order to be more successful with it. But yeah, the first few weeks was like everyone's tourists around Florida, everyone's non-English speaking, you know, and I mean, I speak Spanish, but if someone doesn't speak any English, they're far less likely to be engaged politically, you know, so it's really hard to get them to sign.
And the signatures have to be of dwelling in the States, or you can be...
Oh, you have to be a Florida registered voter.
You have to be a Florida registered voter.
Otherwise it's just going to get tossed.
And how do you process the
There's a public database. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, you just put in someone's name and birthday and all their information comes up. Address, active voter, you know, registration number.
Wow. He's learning the system.
It's interesting, right?
I'm surprised they taught... Well, yeah, we're going to leave that alone.
Leave that alone. All right, let's take a commercial break. More to come. I think we've got one more song.
Yes.
When we come back with Ojan. Interesting. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Do you want the opportunity to have a TV show or podcast? Now, at Amp Media Productions, you can host your very own visual broadcast anywhere around the world. With our talented group of creators, we will provide you with show elements, board operations, and any on-screen visuals you'd like to showcase. All you must do is log onto your computer and communicate with your viewers. Contact Amp Media Productions at 866-224-5422 or email hello@amp2.tv to start your own show today.
Born in Marseille, France, Max Lazega creates whimsical and free-flowing interpretive art. His 40 years in the construction industry created a foundation for his craft. His unique work displays his view of the future with bold and playful combinations of materials and processes, but the methodology remains consistent. He fuses recycled materials and discarded building supplies into a fresh, well-executed approach. Lazega has lived in Miami, Florida most of his life, where he pursues his lifelong passion of creating industrial art. For more information, contact Max Lazega at artworkstudios.org or 786-326-8873.
What if this happened to you when you're alone? Or what if it happened here? With MedGuard Alert, you're never alone. You can connect with medical professionals anywhere, anytime. And now MedGuard is introducing our exclusive new Care Watch. If you need help quickly, use it from anywhere to contact medical professionals. No cell phone required. The Care Watch is not only a life-saving medical alert device, it's a revolutionary health monitoring system that checks your blood pressure, heart rate, oxygen saturation, and much more. And here's the best part. If you have Medicaid, you may qualify to get your Care Watch for free. The Care Watch is only available through MedGuard Alert. Call us right now. We have monitoring programs starting as low as $1 a day. The call is free, activation is free, shipping is free, and no contract is required. Remember, with Medicaid, you may qualify to get your Care Watch for free. Don't wait. Call us to get your Care Watch right now. Operators are standing by.
Love the Brooklyn Cafe? Don't miss out on some of the latest merch we have available. Need a new shirt? The Brooklyn Cafe has you covered. We have a variety of shirts in all sizes, ranging from the classic cafe shirt to the highly coveted colorful hot dog shirt. Need something for cold weather? Why not grab one of our cafe hoodies? Or you can snuggle up with one of our soft silk touch fabric blankets. The Brooklyn Cafe has everything you need, from clothing about the show to our signature coffee blends and mugs. Get it while supplies last.
Amp Media Productions is excited to announce our expansion into North Miami. With our experienced team of radio and TV professionals, we are dedicated to bringing North Miami the highest quality audio and visual production services. Whether you need radio or television commercials, podcasts, music videos, or audio and visual storytelling, we can provide the solutions to help you reach your goals. Our team is reliable, innovative, and creative, and we're ready to help you develop the perfect product. With our competitive rates and personalized service, you can trust that your project is in the best hands. Contact us today to get started on your project. 866-224-5422.
When a garage door breaks down or the opener stops working, you need to act fast. So if it's broken, call Broughton. Broughton Garage Door Sales can handle all of your service, repair, and installation needs. And if you need a new garage door or a garage door opener, call Broughton. They have a great line of Clopay garage doors and LiftMaster openers. And their expert technicians can prevent major problems with annual garage door tune-ups. Broughton Garage Door Sales, opening doors for you since 1955. Visit broughton.com. That's BROTEN.com. Or call 954-946-5555. That's 954-946-5555.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Na 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 na, it's Ojan again. Rolling and rolling, rolling and rolling. mission like a soldier, bringing the people music and spreading it all over. Music is his AK, it's on him when he rolled up. He'll never sell out for the money or exposure. Fans show out, they love him cause he's real. They really dig his vibe, it's something they can feel. It's out this world, his style cannot compare. مثل almost me that I shot it so rare. Bigger than life, women he getting they all dime. So finer things in life, look at his jewels, they all shine. For sure he deserving it cause it's been a long grind. Know just what his purpose is, he following all signs. Rolling rock star, rolling rock star. The people chose him, then he rose in, now he's bigger than life. Rolling rock star, rolling rock star. Rolling stone in a league of his own and he's shining so bright. Rolling rock star, rolling rock star. Got it all under control and he glow like a star of the night. Rolling rock star, rolling highest of heights, on the stage under flashing lights. His inspiration wells up straight from the heart, like moonlight it shines in the dark. If only you could see what he sees, cause music can set the people free. So much jealousy, so much envy. When everyone wanna act friendly, you can be hard to know friend from enemy. But his real brothers will ride for him readily. Praise him or not, to him it's the same. He stays so humble though he got the fame. This shows the one that they all wanna claim, but they don't know about his pain. Gotta watch out for them evil eyes, cause haters come in all kind of disguise. If you throw him off point, eyes on the prize. A poet and a prophet, yeah, his words are wise. Rolling rock star, rolling rock star. The people chose him, then he rose in, now he's bigger than life. Rolling rock star, rolling rock star. A rolling stone in a league of his own and he's shining so bright. Rolling rock star, rolling. He has a heart of gold under control and he glow like a star of the night. Rolling rock star, rolling. Break his bars and hit the ropes on the stage and the flashing lights. Come on, let's roll. Rock star, gotta catch the next show, yeah. 100,000 cities to go. Rock star, it's Mr. Ojan and Polarico. Rock star.
Did you hear the news? Amazon is using AI technology.
Really, Amazon? What a surprise.
They have a whole warehouse. There's nothing but robots in it.
And G-Man.
So when you call, 11 minutes it takes them to process the piece and put it on a truck and you get it the same day of.
Wow.
11 minutes.
What happens to G-Man? He can go boop boop, boop boop, boop boop.
But G-Man's gonna have a boop boop problem in the future. All right, so let me ask about that particular song that you just played. That sounds like Bob Marley completely.
Right. That's the thing. You know, if you listen to some of Bob Marley's kids, like Stephen Marley and Damian Marley, they'll jump on a reggaeton track. You know, they'll jump on a kind of a hip hop track. You know, and they have this kind of versatility. And I've always looked up to them a lot, but it also just comes naturally to me to like delve into the Latin style. And different genres because I'm influenced by these genres, so why bottle myself into one? But reggae is the one that has always called me and moved me the most, and so you're always gonna hear that in the music.
I'd love to do a whole thing with him on Night Train and bring the music forward. I think it would be so great.
It would be interesting. Well, he has tracks because he doesn't like to sing unless the band is there.
But you could
put
that together.
We can. I also noticed that the music has a different European flair to it. It's a twist in there. Because I listen to a lot of reggaeton, but you have something European, maybe from your country. It has like that beat that I've heard before there when I was in Turkey. It has something in there.
My grandfather, my mom's side of the family is of Turkish ancestry if you go way back, the Zolgadr family. But I just love to hear that. You know, what can I say? It just makes me smile, you know. Because
but did you do that deliberately?
I feel like it's in me. No, I just feel like I've heard it before, you know, from older people. and I just feel like it's very insightful, and just those kind of melodies, I think they're just in me. You know, I grew up playing Persian songs on the piano.
That's it. The Persian flavoring is in
So
there.
you play the piano.
Yeah, I wouldn't say I'm a pianist, you know. I
You
mean,
play.
but yeah,
so
I
if
can.
you could sit there and you could play
I could play something.
something.
Yeah.
Oh, you see, now you got to pique my interest here. You can play. It's a 105-year-old piano.
It's nice. It looks kind of like the piano that I grew up playing on, a little
Probably.
stand-up one, the same color.
Dawn learned how to play on that piano from her grandmother.
Oh wow.
And she never told us that until we found her music still in the bench. With her name on it. But Dawn would never play.
But I was going to ask,
And
what
she changes the
instruments
subject
do you
real
play?
quick.
And you play. What else do you play?
So the piano was particularly helpful because when I'm producing my music, the melodies that you hear, I'm playing most of them on the piano or on the keyboard. And it might be a trumpet or a whatever, a synthesizer, but it's just me playing. I played the clarinet for 4th and 5th grade, but then it was too, it wasn't exciting enough, you know, Aries, right? We want something more dominating. So I was like, I want to play the trumpet, and so I picked up the trumpet.
He's a born salesman, by the way.
I still have my trumpet at the house, you know. I mean, I pull it
Do
out
you
just
play
for,
it?
just for kicks every once in a while, but no, I don't really play the horn.
If you have a horn, you play the horn.
I think when you live in Arizona, remember we had an intern, Steph, Arizona? They're just chill.
She didn't play the horn.
No, but they're just from Arizona. She wasn't from Arizona, but people who go to Arizona schools, you have to have that personality that you kind of just hang. You go with the flow, the sunsets, the mountains. You're not like a city person that's going to go to UM or NYU. Different mindset of people.
Right, my mom
go to
said
Arizona.
New York would just swallow me. That's what she said, just knowing me. But New York's exciting to me thinking
Now,
about it.
you would do well in New York.
You think
you would be part of its fabric.
You think I could? You think I could hang? I don't know. It seems so overwhelming, man. Like.
So what? You love a challenge.
I do. I do love a
You know,
challenge.
you have a lot of charisma. One of those words.
Charisma.
And you would do very well because in New York, it isn't so much what you know; it's how you show. It's how
Really?
you explain yourself, and you're very articulate, and you're very careful in what you're. Somebody's trained you well.
No one's trained me, and you're flattering me, honestly.
Well, you've gotten it for someone, but you would do very, very well. Her daughter, I always told her, stay away from New York because it scares me. But she's getting a little bit more bold and beautiful in the deal as well. I mean, New Yorkers, the way we are is, you know, we either look up or we look down, but we're going to look one way or the other. And you would do very well. Your style would do very well. You know, you have to have thick skin because in our business, you hear 10 no's before you get a yes. Just the nature of the beast.
And the petitioning is like that. So it's like, you know, exactly that.
But you
That's
keep,
amazing that there's.
but you keep doing it.
People are paying you to do the petitions.
Yeah.
And you keep doing it. You keep coming back for more.
That's right. Every day.
And then you'll figure out an angle and say, you know, I could have had that if I had done it this way. You go, you do it, and you pop it. That just pushes you to do it again.
Right.
And again. And again. You know, when I started doing streaming back in the day, I quit 6 times because there was no future for me in it. There was no money. I kept losing money. And people kept telling me, you got to keep going.
That's
You
what I'm
gotta
doing,
fix
losing
this.
money all the time, spending on my videos, spending on my YouTube ads, spending on my band to do this gig. We always make less than we.
Well, you got to find somebody else to pay for it.
Right.
So you have to use all of your skills to talk to people who will do it, and then you put it out there. Then you go on tour. It doesn't have to be a big tour. It could be a small tour. And you just one step at a time. We got to interview Mark Anthony's assistant. She came on the set, remember?
How's she doing? Have you talked to her?
She says they're so busy. She says, Freddie, I can't even do that camera thing you want because I asked her, I gave her an app that she could put on her phone just to go on stage with the phone. She says, I can't even do that. He has me running all over the place. So, but, you know, I mean, it's the nature of the beast. And you'll get there. Your persistency will get you there. But that's what music tests, is your persistency.
I think it's amazing how you know all these people, like Muhammad Ali's ex-wife and, you know, the person you just mentioned. I think it just shows that you have a kind of magnetism that kind of attracts these, you know, people.
I got a hat. People recognize the hat.
It's like Curious George, the man in the yellow hat. It's the man in the black hat.
People know more of that hat than they know of me. That's what it comes down to. But I've
No,
always
but you're
said,
a great people person.
I don't know what that means.
You're good with people.
People are nice to me sometimes. Not always.
And even if they're nice, you go back for more. Kind of like you. Even if that person that you're talking to is not nice, you may go approach them again on their way out of the store.
I would. I totally would. It'd be even
So
meaner
would
the
he.
second time.
So would he, because you know what? There might be that one time that they're nice.
But sometimes you catch people on a bad day, a bad moment.
100%.
We do a
100%.
show. We did a show here called The Sixth Borough with Joe Rubo and Denise, and they used to bring in actors from the day. You know, they had the guys from Scarface. And
I've been thinking about Scarface every freaking day since I've been in Miami. It's bad. I mean, it's not even one of my favorite movies. I mean, but
they shot it down in Miami.
It just leaves an impression, you know.
Carlito's Way. I was supposed to.
I saw that one too.
I was supposed to be in that movie, and I got somebody mad at me in that movie. It should remain nameless, and they threw me off. But these are people, you know, you get to meet them for a cup of coffee, and you keep going. You know, I got to work down in Coconuts with Gloria Estefan and her husband. I got to meet with them and everything else, and I was so happy until the day they said, no, we can't do it. But it happens. It's just the nature of the beast.
It's exactly what you just said.
He's a people person. He likes to go out like you. Be out there, meet the public, do things, networking
You're
events.
the same way. You're more.
Yeah, right.
She's more, like when we go to gigs, like I wanted to have a hamburger, we went to this one gig, and every time I went to take a bite, she kept introducing me to somebody else.
But then I move on to the next thing, and then
Yeah.
I leave that person with you.
Yeah, that's what she does. So I'm trying to eat a hamburger, and she left. Now I'm talking to this person. That lady ended up being here for almost a year doing shows.
I did that again with you on that Sunday.
You do it all the time.
I left.
All the time.
And I went hopping, and then I leave you there. I come back, I do what I have to do, and then I go back out.
We were at a stage doing something on the stage. Josh was there and Garcia was there. And we're supposed to introduce a singer for the first time on the stage. It was her first. I wanted, you know, to make a big deal
You
for
just
her.
didn't tell me.
And she goes shopping in the crowd.
No, I was networking the crowd. It was an event for
There were
Alzheimer's.
3 people
so
there.
I tried to find the 3. Maybe if I had 1, but no, it didn't happen.
But it's all good. I mean, you know, you learn in the business, always give back. Because you're going to get there by somebody giving you a break, and it will happen. And you just have to be persistent. You know, and when people tell you no and you're feeling bad, you know, suck it up, wipe it off, and then go again. And just, you weren't born bad. You weren't born grouchy. You weren't born angry. You were born as a human being, and just be reflective of that. And it'll all work out. If you ain't having fun in the music business, you ain't having fun, because the music business is a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun, just like the movie business.
You told about our sound booth over there?
We invested in a sound booth to actually record music. And we have all the programs and everything to do it. And nobody came forward. A couple of people did, but nobody came forward. So I decided to build it and put it in the corner, because I got tired of looking at 4 large sitting in a room doing nothing. And I went to Walmart and I picked up an album and a record player, a vinyl record player. And I brought it in here and I lit it up. And people came in here to take pictures of that. They didn't come in here to talk to us.
Shrine to Prince, yes.
A shrine to Prince. It could have been a shrine to anybody. And they loved the music concept, so I left it. It's been there, 3 years now? They wanted to take it down the other day. I said, oh, no.
Very expensive corner of the studio, yes. We could buy a few cameras for what that cost.
Hey, listen, I never said that I was going to hit a home run every time I go to the plate.
Truth.
It's funny. What he doesn't know is it took 4 years for her to say, yes, I'll work with you. 4 years. Count the days and multiply it by 4, right? 362 by 4. And she said, no. She didn't even respond the 3rd year. And finally,
How many
the
days
4th
in a year?
365.
It's just like Bob Marley says, it's been 3 years since I'm knocking on your door.
Exactly. And she didn't. So she went on a show to do an interview, and I told that lady she ain't going to do no interview until she does my show first. And that's how she came. And she did another one, and then she stayed after the
And
third
that's
one.
what happened from February of 2016 to December of 2016.
So you of everybody should know. And look at this whole place is her fingerprint. You know? The
Yeah, I was just
artist-
telling her I love the vibes, the art, the
Things
color.
to do.
It's all about color and vibrancy. It brings
This
that out.
lady who makes these huge ones, she's about 4 feet tall.
86.
She's 80 years old.
Yeah.
She just retired to her Costa Rica, and she would have to stand on a scaffold to paint them.
Yeah.
And a ladder, and then she would turn it, and then she would paint some more. But they're all infused with different crystals, and they all start with ohms, and then she layers on top of her ohm on top of them.
It's funny because when I went to St. Augustine, I showed pictures of the studio to people. First, I went on Thanksgiving Day, and I messed up. I did not have a reservation because I thought Thanksgiving was on the 24th, and this year it was on the 23rd. I should make
early this year.
I should make a song about that. So I had nowhere to go.
Josh, can you check the side door? I think I hear someone knocking.
So I went and I showed people the studio. You know, I'm looking for a place to eat. So I met this guy named Juan from Miami at O.C. White's. I said, Juan, you know, I don't have a reservation. He says, this is your studio? Yes. Ooh, very nice. I take care of you, Freddy. And he gave me a steak with all the trimmings for Thanksgiving around it. And that's how I spent Thanksgiving. I had a ball, man. That made me feel so good that a human being would do something nice for somebody else. And that's when you saw the caroling and the music and the lights and all. I said, the hell with this, man. I'm just going to have a ball. And then it started to rain. No te lo pierdas. And I said, I'm going to walk through the rain. I don't care. Ain't not going to take this away from me. So I like to do things differently on Thanksgiving. I think you should give thanks. I'm thinking of going to Arizona and walking the desert.
Does it
You got a
rain
place
in
to stay in Arizona. Both of y'all got a place to
Does
stay.
it rain?
Very seldom.
And it's good heat,
And
dry
it's
heat.
dry, right? It'd be good
I
for
mean,
your hair.
you're good now through March, but after that, forget about it.
It gets
Too
humid.
hot.
Yeah, April through October, forget about it.
It gets humid.
Hot.
It doesn't get
Or
humid.
it gets hot.
It gets
Like
hot.
110.
15, 150. Every
115?
day in July was 115 this year. Every
this
day
year
in
was
July.
bad.
This year was
really
bad.
I
And
heard
I was
those-
out there. Hey, will you sign this petition?
So
Really?
That's what you do
Yeah,
there
I was out
also?
there.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, for the last year or so, I've been doing that because it's like leading up to elections. 2024, every 4 years leading up to those elections.
Introduce him to that show you have today at 2.
What do I have it to?
Show you have it every day at 2. That's
Chef?
leading up into the elections.
That's a different animal. I would have given Ice Cube. If you sign my petition, you get a limbe. So they call them in Spanish, Ice Cube, icicles, limbe. I ever tell you that story?
No.
Yeah, limbe.
You got more to do.
Yeah, got a lot to teach you.
How do people find your music?
Ojan Music, OJAN Music, all one word, right? On YouTube and Instagram.
Has anybody ever tell you look like the guy from FBI?
FBI? I haven't seen
The
FBI. It's
actor?
a show?
Yeah, it's a series.
No, I haven't
He
seen.
looks just like him.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I ain't no FBI.
He looks just like him.
It's interesting to watch the younger generation find their way through passion and what they do.
Well, it's good to know that the future is safe with some minds. You know, sometimes it gets a little hairy with our situation.
I'm glad that the petition you're working for here, there's actually people fighting for rights in the state of Florida, because I feel as if our great governor that we have has taken away some of the rights that others
Okay, we're
believe
not
that
gonna
we
go
should
down
have.
that
No,
road.
I can. You don't have to. So it's nice to know that
Excuse
there's
you.
another. I'm not
They
speaking
write
for
to
you.
me.
People all there like, this governor gotta go.
I'm not speaking for you, I'm speaking for me, and there are people I know that love him. However, there are certain issues that I have a problem with, that our rights were taken away for women. And that's just my opinion. So it's nice to know that there are people out there that are fighting to get our rights back.
That's right. So if you want to make a difference, vote.
That's
Just vote.
Vote.
Don't complain and sit home if you don't.
This is a
vote.
huge year, election year. Whatever side you're on, in the middle, independent, right or left, it is a big year to have your voice heard.
Everybody better vote. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. And again, my Latino brothers and sisters, you better vote, because this year it will impact your life.
You can't,
Trust me when I tell you that.
You just can't keep blaming other people. You got to go out and make a difference. Something you believe in. At least you know you tried. If you don't do it, you'll never know.
Exactly.
You at least got to try to make your voices heard.
And just remember when we were at iHeart and we set up the Freddie mic, and if you had a business or you had a thing to say, you could be on iHeart Radio, which was the largest radio company, still is, in the world. And you were going to come on for free and give us your opinion for 20 minutes. No questions asked. Only one person in the whole year did it. One. So I don't want to hear your complaints.
Can you imagine if you were president?
Oh,
What would you do?
what would I do?
Yeah,
Where do you
what's
want me to
the first
start?
thing you would do?
Probably take a nap. Just being real. Because I know as soon as I go to work, I'm going to be faced with a wall of Dornishness. You gotta do this! You gotta do this!
I want to come up with a way to put my voice Siri on your phone.
Not doing that.
And so every time you go to ask a question, you go, Dawn.
We are not
and then I'm going to give you the answer.
attempting to do that.
I bet it exists.
No.
You know how the Hallmark cards, you can press the button and you can put your voice in it? I bet there's a way to program your own voice as Siri. It'd be kind of cool.
I think that you should go back to the dentist and whatever they gave you, get it out of you. Because that ain't happening. We're not doing that.
It would be fun, though.
No.
Well, very nice that you brought Ojan on.
Ojan didn't give me a choice. He made me an offer I couldn't refuse. He says, I'm coming on your show. I said, okay.
I think it's fantastic. What's next? More music?
Yeah, definitely. I'm really excited about the next couple singles I'm going to be putting out. So yeah, just going to put those out. And Spotify is another platform where you could listen to the catalog of songs we have out now. And it's Ojan on Spotify, just Ojan, just like that. It's the first result that'll appear.
What's the best way to release reggae music or your type of music? Are there
Same way
different
any other
platforms?
music. So it's like a singles game now. You want to put out singles and just juice it as much as you can with a nice video and, promote that one single, and then after a few weeks promote another single, because people's attention span is kind of low. People don't really listen to albums like that, and that works to my advantage anyway, because it's really hard to put out one well-produced song, when you're independent. So I like taking it one song at a time, and just put my best out there with each song. So that's what's coming next, is a couple of singles, videos. We're gonna do a live session with the band. We're gonna do 3 songs, Rolling Rockstar, Rock With You, and then another one that's yet to be determined, and get a little small tour going somewhere regionally in the Southwest region, and take it from there. Really excited. So
What's your mom think?
my mom recently started believing. She recently started believing. It took a long time.
Not always?
It took a long time.
She didn't always?
Nah. What are you doing? What are you doing with your life? But I guess she just sees the perseverance now, and probably her friends like the music, so they're probably influence her or whatever. But it's okay, because Bob Marley's mom never believed in him, so eventually she became a believer.
Moms, you gotta believe. Moms gotta. That's my new program. Moms
It's
to believe.
funny, but it's always goes to the moms. Like my father never said anything. My mother thought I was in the mob. I says, Mom, I can't be in the mob. I'm Latino. She says, something's going on. I don't like this.
Moms gotta believe.
I got in the restaurant business. I used to have people from the mob put a table in front of my house for their birthday. And there was a nice guy, my next door neighbor, and he took care of them. And she says to me, Freddy, what's going on here, Freddy? I says, Mom, nobody ever been nice to you? She says, yeah. But why they be nice to you? Why they being nice to you? I says, I don't know. Maybe he likes me.
It's like American-ish, the movie we just saw.
Perfect movie.
Right?
Perfect movie.
I don't know if you can rent it on Netflix or I think
Perfect
it's
movie.
Apple TV. We got to meet the director, the writer, and she's, I don't know if she's Persian.
Pakistani, no?
Okay, so she's from Pakistan, and she's the first woman hijab writer-director, and she created this movie called American-ish, and it was just amazing how cross cultures, doesn't matter what culture you are, whether you're Hispanic, white, Jewish, Iranian, it doesn't matter. If you watch the movie, you got to get the mom to believe in the new culture and the new generations of coming forward. It's a rom-com, it's cute, but you'll probably look at it and go, that's my mom, and you looked and you're like, that's my mom. I looked and I'm like, yeah, doesn't matter what culture, it's just about cultures.
100%.
And the next generation.
And they
of
did
what
it in
is.
Queens, the movie, and there's an episode in there where they're in the street running, and me and my father, when I was 11, worked on that street, and we painted the top of the stores that you see in the movie, and what a throwback! It's like when we saw some of the heights, and the cloisters, and the A train. Oh my God, I was floored. I grew up in that environment. I grew up in the heights. It's just this whole thing. I guess when you get older, you'll appreciate some of the things that you are planting right now, and you get to see it, and other people get to join on it as well. So
Little by little, one drop at a time. Well, thank you so much for joining us.
I really enjoyed this.
Such a pleasure.
I really appreciate
Welcome
you
to our
having me.
chaos.
This was an amazing experience, so thank you.
Nice job.
Maybe we'll put together a night train.
I think we should.
Maybe we send them also to Crazy Uncle Mike's and a couple other places. I don't know if you're up to negotiating deals, if you're ready to do that yet, but there's a few people that have been friends of the show for a long time. And Crazy Uncle Mike's was a friend. He's the one that told us the last day of COVID, do not close, find a way. And he was right.
I got an alert on my way back here today. Today is Giving Tuesday, so please go out and make your donations, support local business, small business, whatever it is, foundations, charities. That local news is losing so much footing to social media, to world news, that the Sun Sentinel just put out a Giving Tuesday to keep their local news section going. Can you believe that?
Well, I can believe that because
I mean, I can believe it for us.
I'm creating the 1 minute song. 1 minute song. People's attention span, if you go past a minute, it evaporates.
Right.
Local news is having a hard time keeping their footing.
But this is just it.
Yep.
It's not only the footing, it's got to be a powerful message, fast. You should visit all the stores. Go to the stores. And the stores have to cooperate too. You know? I went to Publix yesterday, I bought some sugar. I'm going back to Walmart.
Yeah.
Wow, what a difference.
Huge.
But you should visit your stores, eat this is why I love
Support local.
St. Augustine, because those are all home mom and pop stores. And they make the food right there. I gotta tell you, if I could do it any other way, I would never have left that town. It's not cheap. But my God, it is fantastic the way they do it. Visit the stores. Go to like the Mexican store over here with their mom and pop. Visit them. Keep them in business, man, because I'm going to tell you something. Once they
100%.
go, they don't come back.
It's true.
And you have to deal with all this corporate stuff. You know, Starbucks is cool, but get some Brooklyn Cafe coffee in you. That's all I got to say.
Ready to wrap this up?
Right here.
Yeah. Why not?
There you have it.
You want to keep on keeping going, but I figured that the newspapers are going to start studying.
Couldn't believe it. They're asking for
Everything's
Giving
on your
Tuesday.
phone.
Yep.
And there's 500 places you can go for the news. You don't have to pay for it anymore.
Interesting, right?
I told you, and I'm going to tell them, make your newspaper video attached. So you hit on the link and it goes to a video and you'll keep your sales going. If you think that people want to read an article without any video attached to it, you got issues. I've been saying this for 5 years.
True.
I told AM radio to go digital on video. Save Beasley, saved them for 6 years. They went rip, and it turned around. Because you are a video concept. Your music is video. You are video. So every time you read something, add a link that you tap it, and it goes to a video. And your words will be heard. It's just, you don't have to listen to me. You can keep doing what you're doing.
Thankfully, Instagram just recently started doing that. You weren't able to attach a link that takes you outside the Instagram platform until
That's right.
a few months ago. Now you can do it, so I'm fully taking advantage of that. Every time I post, boom.
Or we have a website. We have your website, and we take the link from your website. Then the traffic stays in the house. And all of a sudden you're selling merch, ideas, philosophy, free tickets, if you,
Right.
whatever.
Right.
Movies and Del Rey.
More to come. All right, you ready to wrap this up?
I don't know. Do you want to tell people about the hole in my socks or anything? Want to put my stuff out somewhere?
I might get you socks without toes next
Look,
time.
let me show you. Wapa!
Which one is that?
I don't know.
That's the focus or the flow, I think.
Wapa!
And that's the liberty?
Wapa!
And the victory. Wow. You've got liberty, victory, and flow on, or focus.
I had those all over me too the last few days.
Really?
Yeah, Russell
Russ.
gave me a couple of them. I had one here.
You have one there?
Yeah, well,
Wapa!
no.
Do I? Yeah, wapa.
Oh my
Wapa!
gosh.
Watch out. You know why?
That's the defend.
Because Eva's going to Arizona. So she says, if you know anybody down there, I'm going to call my niece and my sister who are down there. So he's from there. So I said, do you know? He says, yeah, I know Eva.
You know Eva too?
Yeah. I called her. She had lost her voice, and she texted me last night and said she got her voice back, so we're going to talk soon.
We were talking about how to blend these patches.
All right, we're going to wrap this up. They're going to blend some patches. Have a great afternoon, everyone. Stay safe, be kind to each other, get out and vote. We'll see you tomorrow, 9 a.m. drive time.
Don't be late.
Bye-bye.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show's over, the Broken Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring you more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. We'll see you next time.